So, are you the average of your first five friends? That's what I wanted to start with. Because, with everything I've read so far, there's like a tendency to say like you are the average of your first five friends. Like, tell me who your first five friends. Tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. Stuff like that, or tell me like the first five friends, and I'll tell you the same. Like, and it's like a stat actually. It's like a stat because if your friends make an average amount of income, you'll make the same amount of average income as they do. So that makes me think about, I need to be, if that's true, well, I'm gonna, I think it's kind of true actually. That means I feel like I need to be careful with who I'm friends with, because people can either drag you down or push you, or support you, or help you grow and support you, right? And perhaps you are the average of your first five friends, because I'm surely am. I was thinking, I realized, I am the average, because I have a friend called Michael. He's a musician. He's broke. He's really talented though. I'm not there yet, but he's really talented, like music wise. But he's broke, So I'm a musician as well. I'm a music man as well, and I'm also broke. It's not casual. And I have another friend who's like, his name is John, whatever, right? I'm very close to him, and he's an entrepreneur. Not so broke as I am. Not really broke. He makes good income, but he's an entrepreneur, right? So what does it have to do with me? It has to do with the fact that I'm trying to make a business, right, as well. So that's not surprising. So knowing this information, you can be friends with people. Like, it's like creating habits. You need to like create the habits that are going to support you, that are going to take you towards the direction you want in your life. I think it's the same way with friends. You have to select who your friends are, so you can progress easier, or have a better network of friends. Just that supports you towards your goal, or towards your direction in life. Because every day you're either becoming better or worse. Like, it was like a quote I heard, which was like, life is like a video game, which if you don't play, you automatically lose. Right? Like, if you don't do anything for yourself, you're gonna be ghosted. Every day you're gonna get slightly worse. But if you do things for yourself, like positive, like self-improvement habits, you start going up, you start getting a better life, better income, better everything, right? Better friends. Which made me remember the fact that, I went to this party, right? I danced and everything, but I needed some air, so I left the party, like the place, because it was like a social club thing. So I left like the club, and I went outside to breathe some fresh air. And I was thinking, since I'm the average of my first five friends, right? Because everybody at this party was invited by my friends, so this is like a social group. So one way or another, we're all related, right? And I was thinking, if I'm the average of my first five friends, then I realized that like mostly everybody there was also hella broke as I am. Like, I'm pretty sure nobody like barely makes any income, or doesn't make any income, because they're all like 18 years old as well, right? So they're still studying or whatever. Well, they don't work, right? So they're all hella broke. So that applies. That means I am the average of my first five friends, right? And those guys are the average of his friends, and etc. Like, I'm in the social group of like being broke and 18, right? Basically, I'm in the stat. So I realized in that moment, when I was outside of the party, I'm broke and I'm 18. Damn. Which made me remember when I'm trying to not being. I'm trying to make some income, right? But that takes time, right? So when I was working as a mover, I remember I became really good friends with my boss, right? And he told me that my mentality or my way of thinking was that of a 30-year-old. You know, trying to provide for myself, trying to be independent, etc., etc., etc. Like that's like something that 30-year-olds do, right? When they're like, apparently, right? Which left me thinking, like, why 30-year-olds? But I don't think it's more like being older. I think it's like a culture thing. I think it's a culture thing because here in Colombia, since everybody's like hella broke, most of them just live with their parents or their families in just one big house. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works here, right? But in the States, it's different. You know, a child leaves at 18 to go to college and study, right? And you know, I was also talking to this couple. I was at the party. I was talking to the girl, and she was like, you know, I think you're 23. I'm like, what? People apparently put me between 23 and 26. Maybe because it's the beard. You know, I haven't shaved because I'm sort of lazy actually. But I don't know if that means anything, but people think I'm older than what I really am, like 23, 26. I don't know if it's the way how I speak or something, how I act, I don't know. But I'm actually 18, so it's like 23. It's like, that's like 5 years, 5 more years. Or like 26 would be like 8 more years than what I actually have. Which made me realize another thing, you know, I'm pretty selective with my friends. You know, in the past, starting this self-improvement journey, I've had to cut some weeds, you know, which wasn't easy, but I feel way better, man. I needed to do that, and I needed to cut weeds. I need to cut old relationships, dude. I'm way better this way, right? And, you know, I want to succeed. And I want to succeed in life. But, you know, I can't have, or you guys can't have anybody. Like, you guys can't have anybody dragging you down. That's too stressing. That's too much stress. It's too much load. You know, you need to, you need to know how to select your load. You need to know what things you're gonna, take responsibility for and what things you're not gonna take responsibility for, right? And I had this friend that was really dragging me down, man. Like, it was exhausting. Mentally, physically, everything, dude. It was exhausting just to be with him, right? And he didn't, help me do anything productive either, right? So, guys, you know, you need to, know what load you're gonna start taking on. Like, you can't say yes to everything. At least, if you don't have enough resources or you're not ready for something, right, you can't just be like, I'm gonna take everything on. And no, that's too stressful. When you're not ready, when you take responsibility without being ready, that just creates stress. So, yes, I'm selective with my friends, and I want to say, you know, I'm friends with this guy because he's a musician, and he is actually, you know, music-wise, he adds value to my life, right? I'm like a client, apparently. And the other guy, you know, he adds value to my life. He teaches a lot of things, and he actually helps me with mentality. And, look at me, I'm trying to make a business now, so, yes. So, yeah, I would like to know if anybody has related, has anybody had to, cut relationships with anybody or something? And then, did you feel better afterwards? Did it help? Alright, see ya.